What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Think Big podcast. I'm your host, Ayelet Polonsky, also known as your manifestation mentor. This podcast is designed to help you create a manifestation mindset by learning how to think big. You'll learn how to use your thoughts to co-create your reality. Let's get into today's episode.
A question that I get asked often is, how do I know if I'm getting what's actually good for me? So let's talk about parent-child metaphor for a second. I have a baby named Aviel. I want to give to him unconditionally. But am I going to give him something that's bad for him? Let's say Aviel wants a sharp kitchen knife. Of course I'm not going to give it to him. He can cry and cry all he wants. But me, as the adult who sees things from a bigger perspective, will not give him something that isn't good for him. That said, there is a fine line between how much I give and how much I refrain from giving, regardless of how frustrated he gets. For example, when he was just learning to crawl, I would see him on one side of the room on his belly, struggling to get a toy that was 5 feet in front of him. Now, me as the parent knew that he was fully capable of getting to the toy. He just had to work for it a bit. So I'd see him struggle. I'd see him fuss. He'd look at me. He'd fuss a little more. And I would smile, give him encouragement, support him, and continue to watch him struggle a little bit. Does this make me a terrible parent? I hope not. What I was doing was teaching him a valuable life lesson. It's in the obstacle that we break free from our limitations. The more Aviel had to work on his own to reach the toy, the better he got at crawling. Had I handed him the toy every single time, he would grow up with the false belief that there is no struggle in the world, which would have made for a rude awakening when he grows up. Also, if you're not getting what you want right away, it can be Source's way of getting you to connect to him, to reach out, to cultivate a deeper relationship with him. It's easy to talk to Source, to God, when there's something that you want, when you have a need, when you want to pray. But how often does the average person stop and connect when they have everything that they need? And sometimes God doesn't give you what you want right away. Not because he's evil, not because he doesn't love you, but because there is a divine lesson made just for you, hidden within that challenge. And that is what you are meant to awaken to the transformation that is available in moments of perceived challenges. And remember, as I always say, obstacles are reroutes to a better destination. So just because God is saying not now does not mean that it's a never. You are constantly being rerouted to being in alignment with Source. Sharing is caring, so if you liked what you heard, pay it forward. Share this with a friend. And as always, happy manifesting.
If you enjoyed this episode and would like more manifestation inspiration, tune in every Monday for a new episode. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on an episode. What you get out of this show means the world to me, so I invite you to leave an honest review. If you want more, you can follow me on social media at Ayelet Polonsky. I also have a number of virtual courses to offer if you're ready to take this material to the next level and start embodying a manifestation mindset. I teach you how to heal past trauma, experience the most joy out of life, and rewrite your future so you can feel good more often. simply head on over to ayeletpolonsky.com for a variety of resources you can start taking advantage of immediately. See you next week. And as always, think big and happy manifesting.